What's up guys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to reuse potting soil. And you don't want to keep buying potting soil. All of these beds are on reuse potting soil. You don't need to throw it out. That's one mistake I did in the beginning, but this bed is on reuse potting soil, and those beds over there are on reuse potting soil. So as you can see, we have plenty going on with just reuse potting soil. The first thing you want to do is put some granulated organic fertilizer in there. Now I just have this all-purpose, feeds quickly up to 3 months. It's just a 555, so there are no rules for this. All you want to do is kind of just spread it there. Like I said, there are no rules. It's just what you think it's best, and what you want to do is just work it in the ground like this with your hands. Get your hands dirty, and of course do not overdo it, because you're gonna be putting other stuff in there, and odds are your potting soil still has some life in it. So I'm just gonna do one more like this. Okay, now that we have some granulated organic fertilizer in there, the next step I like to do is put this bone meal. Now this is a lot of phosphorus and it helps with blooming, and most things we have in our garden bloom, so that's why we want to use this. So now if I could just get this open, I'm only using one hand. Just the same thing. Sorry about my grill, guys. I'm just doing this on my grill. Spread it there evenly. Now with this phosphorus, I like to use a little bit less, maybe just one handful for this size container, because the granulated organic fertilizer that I just put also contains phosphorus. Contains bone meal. That's why it's called general all-purpose. So maybe just one other handful like this, and just rake it into the ground. And of course, if you're using a bigger bed, you're probably gonna use more. Now this next step is probably, I think, the most crucial one. It is worm castings. Now plants love worm castings, and this is just this brand, Wiggle Worm. I found this to be a really good brand, a good bang for your buck. And the same thing, get it with your hands and kind of spread it in there. Remember, this is all organic, so it's not gonna burn the plants or anything. But when you mix worm casting in your potting soil, it really helps. I don't know why. I don't know the science behind it. I'm just a beginner gardener, but supposedly it really helps. So you could be as generous as you want with this one because it's organic. Like I said, there's worms in the ground all the time, pooping pretty much. This is all just worm manure. So just keep doing that. Mix it in the ground. I'll do one more. Like I said, with this one you'd be kind of generous since it's really beneficial. Just spread it there. My dogs came to visit me. Now the next one is also important, and it's been the fertilizer for thousands of years. It's just regular old compost. As you can see, locally sourced organic compost. And I just bought this at Home Depot. It should be just like a general compost that you buy there. And same thing with this. Just keep putting it on the bed. Like this. Now I'm doing this with one hand, so it's kind of hard, so I'm just gonna dump it in there. Now as you can see, this is an old bag that I had, so it just depends on the materials you have, and just put it in there. Now this is just fine since I use so much other organic material. That should be just fine. And I have one more thing, and this is just one little extra detail I like to add. Just put in a little bit of extra potting mix in there, some new potting mix that you probably have left over. Now this is one of those 50 quart bags. They cost like $14-15 depending on the time of year, but same thing. you just want to add a little bit there, just to kind of top off your bed, since what it originally was a potting mix that you probably bought at the store. And all of this combined is really going to help your pretty much your container. Now you could keep going a little bit more, just maybe like an inch of compost and an inch of potting soil, mix it in there, and all you're doing is bringing back the microorganisms that feed the plants. All of this is going to be broken down by the soil microorganisms and then are going to feed the plants. So yeah, guys, that's how you revive old potting soil. And as you can see, I did it to this, and I'm growing a lot of stuff there. And I also did it to my plants over here, and I'm growing a lot of stuff here. So truly appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you found this useful, make sure to subscribe. Till the next one.